What is happening, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a really exciting day. I've been asked to do a DJ set alongside 3 other DJs in a warehouse style kind of rave. Obviously it's a live stream because clubs aren't open yet, but really great to get involved with this. So the topic of today's video is all about networking. I wouldn't have got this gig today if it wasn't for my network. There's some real key kind of do's and don'ts when you're starting out as a DJ in terms of networking in the right ways. So I want to shed some light on what to do when trying to expand your network in today's video. But first, it's breakfast time. So when it comes to breakfast, I'm actually pretty boring. I literally start the day off with a bowl of porridge and I've just spilled it everywhere. And I've got it on my top. All right, take 2, fresh top. Yes, so porridge, healthy. If you don't like it, little hack for you, put a square of this in, lint 90%. 1 square will turn your porridge into instant chocolate pudding. Amazing stuff. Why am I even talking about this? Well, obviously I'm not turning this whole thing into a cooking channel. I eat porridge every day because I like to try and stay healthy. I'm just waiting for this chocolate to melt. Basically, DJing as a profession, it's so easy to be drawn into all the little temptations, and it can be quite taxing both mentally and physically if you're working, because number 1, you're working antisocial hours. Number 2, you're surrounded by alcohol and also other substances. I'm not even going to touch upon that because I don't use them. I don't know anything about them. But obviously it kind of comes hand in hand with dance music culture. And thirdly, there's the kebab shop at the end of the night or the McDonald's drive-through. If you want to be sustainable as a DJ, I think you need to have a good balance, because if you're drinking every night, getting a kebab at the end of every night, you're also working antisocial hours. On your physical and mental health, it's just not going to be good for you. And I'm going to do a whole video covering this topic because it is so important, and I think overlooked as well. Right, so breakfast done, even though half of it went all over the table, went down me. Now time to prepare for this set and get some tunes together. See you in the next clip. And we're back. And I've been downloading some music from Beatport and DJ City, ready for tonight's set. By the way, if you want to find out where I get all my music from for gigs, there's a video linked at the top there. It's only an hour set today, so I basically use Recordbox and export it all onto a USB, and then you can literally plug in and play. In terms of USB sticks, actually, it's nothing special. I just use SanDisk ones. One of them's actually a USB 2.0, which still works fine, and this one is 64 gig 3.0. It really doesn't matter, I don't think, as long as they're like a reputable brand. I've got no preference. So final touches, just getting ready now. I'm going to export this playlist and then we will hit the road. Where I'm going, I don't know yet. I should probably get in touch with the organizer and work out where I've got to go. That might be an idea. So I think I've arrived. It looks like a warehouse.
Hey dude.
Here we are.
Hello.
Hey!
Here we are. How you
Hello.
doing? You alright?
All good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Ready to partay? So that's that. Sorry, mate.
Yes.
Woo!
So about half an hour to go live. It's going to get very hot in here. We got a fan. 6 till 10, one big lineup. Happy to be a part of this. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Right, so DJ set done, and Dan's played, he went on before me, yes. Sammy's here as well. So tonight's set would not have happened for me if it wasn't for networking. And if you're starting out as a DJ, networking is so important. We're all pretty similar in terms of style of DJ, so we're like, you know, we play the high street nightclubs, high street bars, the main rooms of these venues. So I think my first tip would be network with similar styles of DJ. Would you agree, Dan?
Totally, yeah, because if you want to get into that commercial scene that we work in, there's no point networking really with the guys that are playing at Fabric, and because that's a niche crowd. We, like you took the words out of my mouth. We're high street DJs, really. That's what we do. If we compare it to supermarkets, we're the Tesco and the Asda. We're not no Waitrose or M&S. We're just down the line, simple. If we're honest, there's no point lying.
Absolutely, yeah. Sammy, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I would say network with what you think is your rivals as well. If you're just getting into DJs and you're warming up for one of the venues, you know, start to get on with the DJs in the other venues down the high street, down in your main towns like the Prisms or stuff like that. Get involved with them, because ultimately use them as tools. You know, you can find out a bit of inside information, but actually you become friends with them. A lot of DJs that I talk to now were my rivals in other venues, and we'd meet up for an early Nando's, you know, we'd swap a bit of music, you know, it's all about helping each other out, and that's how I got to know Dan and stuff. You know, he was in one town, I lived a bit further apart, and then I was like, oh, what are these guys doing, you know, and we became mates. So
and that's it. I think, Dan, like I literally know you through social media, and it was like, I think, well, yeah, and in this day and age, I think you know, start reaching out to people that are playing the venues that you want to play in is the key thing, really. Don't tap them on the shoulder when you're 10 beers down in a nightclub. Yeah, like this guy here, going, can I have a mix and all of this. Now, I'm not saying that DJs you can't have a night out, but it's trying to find that balance of when it's right to network and when it's probably going to be disruptive to the DJ. Give them your name on a night, maybe link up with them on Facebook, and then ask them a few questions about how they got to play that venue, and then take it from there.
Can I just want to add? So I agree with what you're saying. Please don't walk up behind any DJ and tap them. But I also think it's rude if you're in a venue and you don't introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Just do it in the right way. You know, if I you know, I've got a lot of people on Facebook and I don't know everybody I've got on my social media. But if I recognise that person, they're in the venue and they haven't come and said hello, then that's like a black tick to me. I'm like, you're rude. Honestly, you are. So this is obviously all about networking, and you've got to build a bubble. You know, Boris says it, we'll say it, you've got to build them bubbles. So we've got a bubble kind of here with what we're doing.
Yeah.
But you know, you just got to talk. Sam's good at that.
Yeah. Sam's very good at talking.
I would add as well, again, I can't add enough that
I'll be back.
He'll be back. I can't stress enough how important it is to get on with the people around you as well. Going up the levels, so that's another thing, going up the levels, you can network, you know, you get to know that DJ, you'll know who his manager is, you know, you might meet up for a Nando's, his manager might come along. You're going to need them, because I think Carl will also tell you this, that though everyone changes about, you know, you're never, I'm not going to be at my venues forever. I'm going to go up and down the high street, if you like. The key thing is to just try and get on with where your location is, your base is.
Oh, Dan's back.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
We were just saying about getting to know the location of the venue and getting on where you want to work.
Yeah,
and getting
of course.
to know.
If you know the town and you know people in the town and who the key players in the town, then you can get your way into that circle, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. And the thing is as well, if you know the resident DJ and you want to, you know, you've got to be patient with it. You can't expect 1 minute to know the DJ, the next minute to be, you know, having a set in the same venue, because you know, I think that there is, you know, you need to know the boundary. I think so. Patience is the key thing. But if I start to know you as a person, I know that I get to know your music and the style that you want to play, then when I go on holiday, you're going to be in the forefront of my mind saying, right, do you want a cover gig? And then when I move on to another venue, it's like, okay, you've covered for me a few times. Do you want to take on the venue when I leave? And
we've all had different routes. So I went in by being a warm-up DJ. I warmed up for a very successful commercial DJ, Terry Marks. And when he retired, I inherited a few of his gigs. Lucky
100%.
break. You might say it's lucky, but I worked and warmed up for him for a couple of years. Learned so much. So much. Warming up is probably harder than main set, I think it is anyway.
I prefer warming up.
Do you? I
prefer
find it really difficult because you have to learn.
By the way, if the manager's watching this, please still book me for the peak hour.
Yeah. You have to draw the crowd in. You probably had a different route into me.
Yeah. I started off with mobile discos originally, as did Carl, and then I started off doing the party rooms. And I was always still really interested in all the other rooms. I loved my urban, I loved my main room music as well. So I used to make sure I networked with all the other guys in the building without pissing them off as such. And I'd make sure that, do you know, I can cover you while on your holiday, and I can get someone to cover me. And that's how I kind of jumped about from party rooms, mobile discos, party rooms, and then main rooms. Dude.
So final thought there, guys, just to say that networking is pretty much everything. Get to know people, ask them the questions, reach out to people, and get your name out there, really.
What I would add, what I would say is that if you are a little bit shy and you don't want to go up and tap that DJ on the shoulder, because you know we're all different, which you shouldn't tap. But as Dan said, some DJs might feel a bit, they haven't come and said hello and they recognise your face. If you do feel uncomfortable doing it, that's fine. But I've got like that in some venues, and sometimes you can't get to the DJ that easily to be able to introduce yourself. But a little message at the end of the night is so easier than when I was younger to message that DJ. You know, they've all got fan pages. Message them after the end of the set saying, "Great set, really enjoyed myself. I didn't want to come over because I knew you were working, but I loved your set." Yeah,
mate, that's you've hit the nail on the head, haven't you? And people that I do get a lot of younger DJs messaging me and asking basically this question, and it's really, really simple. I just always say, listen, watch, learn. And that, you know, you listen to a DJ, you watch a DJ, and you're going to learn from that DJ. And equally, then you can get into their circle, and that's how you build your network.
So what a great day yesterday was. Thank you to Fusion Sound and Light for hosting the event. And we managed to hit 15,000 views through all of our social platforms with the stream and raise £800 for the Mental Health Foundation, which is fantastic. Massive thank you as well to Dan Harding and DJ Sammy T for giving up their time to talk to me about networking. I think it was a great discussion and I hope that you found it useful. And I guess the key summary point from it is to make sure that you do network, but do it in the right way and figure out an approach that works for you. As the old saying goes, the more doors you knock on, the more likely one is to open. The key thing is though, is that you have to be patient with it and be persistent with it. Don't knock yourself down if at first you don't get that initial response that you're after. So keep persevering with it, and networking is something that becomes more comfortable with time. So you can connect. I've linked the DJs in the description below, so check that out, as well as Fusion Sound and Light, who offer a whole range of light and sound hire options as well, should you be interested for any events. On next week's video, we're looking at the differences between a DJ and a producer. I'm not a producer myself, so I'm hoping to set up an interview for that one with somebody that is. Until then, please consider hitting the subscribe button if you like these type of videos. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.